Alright, Bo, we have one more race to get through before the fans can join our halftime entertainment pleasure. That's all about it. Alrighty then. Race number 6 to close out Week 10's mid-season finale for the first half will be Will Linksen, one of the fastest runners of the 48 Men Superstars for this half. Ricky Nelson, formerly one of the members of the Go-Getters 2.0 squad, Steven Robinson, and Greg Bakersfield. There's a look at the lineup for his next race. And who is going to close out the first half of our week's action with a bang? Who's going to be the big winner? We're about to find out right now. Please start the race! Alright, so, as of right now, Will Linksen is tied for the lead, or was tied for the lead during the beginning, but before the show, at 8-1. So a win tonight will stay tied at 9-1, while Steven Robinson can still have his playoff hopes alive if he wins tonight. Right now, Will Linksen is going to be off and running. Steven and Mickey are going to eat the food, and they're both going to be dancing to the beat, which means Greg Bakersfield will have the privilege to catch up a little bit. Now, Steven and Mickey have a long way to go to catch up to Will Linksen's incredible speed. And right now, these Chao are heading for the bridges. And as number 2 goes the best, and Steve Robson's going to be flying for the water half, the first superstar to get speed best this time around is Ricky Nelson, who was formerly one of the members of the Go-Getters 2.0 squad. And look at that! I knew Steve Robinson would pay off his shortcut strategy. Will Linksen is in shock right now because Steve Robinson is our new leader, thanks to his incredible shortcut, going for his 7th win of his 2020 season. And here's number 1 with speed bus number 2. He's going to catch up Ricky Nelson, who's going to sleep at the cowboy. Will Linksen is in shock. He had the lead over yard, but now he gave away the lead to Steve Robinson. Now he's trying his best to catch up with Steve Robinson in a hurry. And here's Greg Bakersfield with the next command speed bus. Steve Robinson now has command of the lead. Will Linksen trying his best to stay alive in the game. Steve Robinson is the first to approach the wall. As we head back into Greg Bakersfield. That's back-to-back speedruns for Greg Bakersfield. And Will Linksen might need all his help from his fans if he wants to fulfill his 9th win of his 10 races so far in this season. Can Will Linksen get enough speed to make the pass from Steven Robinson in a hurry? Only time will tell in the early run. Back to Greg Bakersfield. He was fighting to stay alive, but now he dropped down to last place. So that's why he got a 3rd consecutive speed bus. Meanwhile, Ricky Nelson might need a miracle to catch up to both Will Linksen and Steve Robinson, but there's always the second half of the season. Well, he's still a winner nonetheless. And Greg Bakersfield gets a 4th consecutive speed bus, but I'm afraid he might have to settle for another loss. Steven Robinson still defending the lead over the fastest runner, Will Linksen. Steven is making his way towards the goal line to come on. And as number 2 can take side out to the force of a Chao next speed bus, Steven Robinson is going to prevail over Will Linksen tonight. Steven Robinson beats out Will Linksen's speed to win his 7th victory of the 2020 season. All hearts go out to Will Linksen for an incredible first half. Hopefully the second half will do more the same. And Greg Bakersfield gets a 5th speed bus of this race. Ricky Nelson trying to wrap up over at the home stretch. And who is going to get the next command speed bus as the race winds down the last couple races? It's number 7, that's who. Yeah, poor Greg Bakersfield has no hope of surviving whatsoever. But it is number 8 who's the real deal who can just forget about this race. As the last speed bus on this race were made by Ricky Nelson, making his 2nd speed bus of the race. So a big congratulations to Steven Robinson on another 5 win over Will Linksen. Yup, Steven Robinson still in hunt for our playoffs. Let's hope he keeps it up during the second half. Lots more fun after this announcement. Stay tuned.